Good evening, guys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Island Gaming with Peachy. Now, today we just have a few stories for you guys today, just two. First up, we have some good news for Microsoft and those who invested into their ecosystem. So it's estimated that Microsoft have sold over 14 million in the series consoles. Now, this is brought to you by VG Charts. Again, a disclaimer, we know VG Charts, they deal with estimates, so this number is not 100% accurate, but it gives us an idea how much the Xbox Series consoles are selling. So they report that the Xbox Series console has sold 14 million units. Compared to the competition, Sony, they have sold a little over 80 million units. So that gives them a 4 to 5 million gap. So it's clear that the Xbox Series console, they are closing in the gap when it comes to the number of units sold compared to Sony. Now, if we was to look back at the Xbox One and the PS4 generation, we know that the PS4 right now is sitting over 115 million units sold, and the estimates of the Xbox One is about 50 million. So that is more than 2 to 1 when it comes to that console sale. But this time around, we are seeing a big difference when it comes to the Series X console compared to the PS5 console. So why is Microsoft being so successful now? Is it because of Game Pass? Is it because, as was said in the last video, gamers are seeing a bright future ahead for the Series console? Or is it because of the Activision merger? Well, we'll talk about the second story for this evening. So, I want to hear back from you. Why is Microsoft doing so well compared to the Xbox One generation? That brings us to our new segment,
Game Over.
So, who is getting the game over this time? Well, it would be none other than the CEO of Activision, Bobby Kotick. Now, why is Bobby Kotick getting the game over? Well, according to VGC website, they are reporting that Activision Blizzard claims its CEO, Bobby Kotick, hasn't discussed with Microsoft whether he will remain at the company after the proposed acquisition deal. So in other words, nothing is on paper stating that Bobby would leave the company after the deal goes through with Microsoft. And this is some bad news, and this really leaves, let's say, a dark cloud over Microsoft if they don't address this swiftly in due time, because we know right now they're going through this acquisition process and it will take time for them to make a comment on that. They don't want to speak prematurely. So what did Bobby do that is so bad? Why do all these employees want him out? Well, let's have Mr. Shepard Smith remind us what Bobby did.
Activision Blizzard facing new pressure tonight to resign. It comes after a bombshell story from the Wall Street Journal. The paper reports Bobby Kotick knew about sexual misconduct accusations at the company, but failed to inform board members. In one case, the Journal reports Kotick intervened to keep an executive on staff after a woman accused that employee of sexual harassment. More than 100 workers protested yesterday at the company's studio. Several executives and a group of shareholders are now also calling for Kotick to step down. In a statement to CNBC, an Activision spokesperson said, "We are disappointed in the Wall Street Journal's report, which presents an inaccurate and misleading view of Activision, Blizzard, and our CEO. Instances of sexual misconduct that were brought to his attention were acted upon."
Well, there you have it, guys. Now we can understand why his employees want him out. Now, if these accusations are true, which the evidence are showing that it is, because recently we know Activision Blizzard did settle a lawsuit by some employees for some millions of dollars. So Microsoft should make a statement on this so that persons are clear what they are going to do with Bobby. We know that Microsoft have a stellar record when it comes to their working environment, and we know that they would bring that level of professionalism to Activision and do away with that regime that Bobby no doubt passed on to them. So because of all of these accusations, because of the evidence, we will be giving Bobby
Game over.
Goodbye, Bobby. That's it for you. Game over. So that brings us to the end of those two news articles. Peoples, so stay tuned, of course. Give me your feedback, like and subscribe for more videos.